Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So today we are building the Mustang and I'm building it with Natasha.
Hello.
Are you ready?
No.
All the single ladies, put your hands up in the air like you just don't care. I'm not a big fan of Valentine's Day.
Nah, not me.
No.
Not worth
For
it.
363 days a year, I get told, oh, good for you. You don't need a man in your life. And then suddenly 14th of February comes along. Oh, you poor thing. No one to share it with. I'm like, sod off. So we have got little history. First hashtag. Dominic, I'm really, really sorry. I have no idea what that says. Topped Volgend week. Sorry, wrong chat. I think Dominic's actually watching something else and pretending to watch this. Robert, how are you, Robert? Do you know what? It didn't click with the screen name and the YouTube name. So, hello, Robert. How are you? Good afternoon. All the way from
Canada.
Victoria, British Columbia in Canada. And I don't remember things well. David Markey says, hello, Penny. Hello, folks. Smith Speeds, hi, Penny. Hi, Natasha. And we are caught up with the chat. So, what are we doing today? We are doing the Mustang. So, pre-warning, I've got to finish this stream at 10 o'clock because some horrible person at work has put me on an early-ish start. So I'm going to have to be up at 6 in the morning. So I do apologize, guys. So we have no time. Oh, David Markey says, hello, Natasha. Because he mustn't forget you. Right. So we have done a slight cock up, not really a cock up, but we could have done this a little bit better planned. So I think what we're going to end up doing today is if you get what I mean. So recap for those that may have missed the first stream. We have had to do the instrument panel and we've had to paint that in black. Then we have to put a decal on, and if it still survives, which it should survive because I told you not to cut it off the sprue, we have a tiny clear piece to add on. That's not a problem. Then we have to put the said instrument panel into the cockpit. We also have to put the now non-existent joystick in because that's been eaten by the carpet monsters. We then have to put the seat in, which we've already painted. I tried to get a bit flashy with mine. Did you get flashy with yours?
Where is it? I'm looking for it. I can't turn my camera around at the moment.
That's right. Yeah, you got flashy with yours as well. And then what we're going to have to do is we've got to put this boxy thing in. Now, we don't know what this boxy thing is. It doesn't seem to be showing up anywhere, but you got to paint it black. So it's obviously going to have to go in. So I'm suggesting that we glue that in, then paint it, because then you'll have something to hold on to. And if we're really lucky, we will I don't think we'll get this far, but we'll try and get up to stage 6. I'd like to get all the way up to stage 7 and 8, because then I can freak you out with a tool that you don't own, which is this one there, where you've got to drill a 1mm hole out. But don't panic, Natasha. Right.
How can I do that?
So, well, you have an alternative to a drill.
Okay.
Or the knife blade. There are ways and means. Right. So, Natasha, we need a bowl of water, and we are going to apply a decal. Do you remember how to do them?
Yeah.
Right. So, we have this decal there, which is decal number 1, which we're going to cut out and we're going to apply onto this. Now, that is probably not going to conform very well because it looks like it's a different shape, a different size. So do not panic. Let me go get some water in my, this is my, this is.
I'll have to go and get some as well.
Yeah, all right. Well, you go and get yours so that we don't abandon the stream. Right, so we've got Hi Penny, Natasha, hi all on Facebook. Oh, misses it. So I can only guess who that is at the moment. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you. The hotel's been brilliant today. They've been free chocolates. So each time I've been going down for a cigarette, I've been going, oh, chocolate. And then I go down next time, I'm like, oh, chocolate. So I've had about 5 of these. And they've even got a little chocolate fountain and some strawberries and some marshmallows. Right, let me go and get my water, then I'll do it properly. Actually,
Okey-dokey.
in a sec.
1. I really wasn't set up ready for this.
So today, this is my decal pot. It's not very good, but you have to make do with what you've got. Right, so with a knife or a pair of scissors, we are going to cut the decal out. And you know me, I don't like that little number.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, personal choice, but I like to make sure that. Do you know what? I think my knife is blunt. There we go. So I'm just going to cut that number off. So all I've got is a decal. Okay, now you'll see a little white square on the top. However you place this decal, that white square has to go over that hole there. Because that hole is where we're going to place the little clear part.
Oh, God.
Okay, so don't worry about it. It just means you're going to have a little lesson, a little bit more practice in precise placement. Now, I seem to be in an absolute muddle. Here we go. It's okay. So we are going to need 1 pair of tweezers to manipulate our decal, 1 cotton bud, and something to move the decal with. I like cocktail sticks, but obviously you use what you want. So now I've said in the past not to do it like this, but I have no choice because I don't have any fancy pots. So my decal, unfortunately, is going to swim in the water, like so. So what making tonight? So we are still working on the 1/72 scale North American Mustang 4, which is the Airfix gift set. If my back will allow, I'll just reach over and get the box. My back's been playing up again today. So that's what we're making today. So is this part 2? It might say part 3, but we didn't have a stream last week. So this is actually going to be part 2. That's not quite ready. So, oh, brush as well. Clean paintbrush. So what I'm going to do in preparation, so that's the side you want with a little detail around the edge. Yeah, that side.
Yeah.
That side's flat all over. So I'll just pop a little bit of water just so it doesn't instantly stick. And then when the decal is ready, which I hope it is now, not quite ready. And now my decal's gone for a swim. That is the face of concentration, look.
Well, hell yeah, I got to concentrate.
Ah,
Concentrating.
concentrating.
Yeah.
That, I think mine's just about ready. Oh, something just fell over. There we go. So I'm going to, oops, I want more water. Oops, whoops, chucking everything around today. Right. It's a little bit hard to maneuver because the piece is so small. But I'm just literally going to fling that on there. Oh, do you know what? That decal hasn't even got a hole in it.
No, and
No, I didn't realise that. So just do what you can. Line it up as best you can. Right, and that's what I've got. And then I'm just going to, remember we said, push it in the middle, remove any excess water, and then just push it from the middle and just roll it out. Now, you may well get a decal that won't conform. You've got a little bit of raised area on the edge there. Right, which has now been covered up with the decal. Unfortunately, using water alone, you aren't really going to be able to do much for that. Now, I showed you some decal solutions in the past, haven't I?
yeah.
And I also said I've got another brand which I use at the hotel. It just so happens I'm at the hotel. And these are what I use at the hotel. You've got Set and Fix from VMS, and you've got decal softener, and I've not really used them enough to give you a really good opinion on them. But one thing that's very useful for me in the hotel is these dropper bottles. What it means for me personally, I can just put a little drop straight onto the paintbrush and there's less mess. And what's going to happen, this should theoretically wrinkle up and then make you very scared that you've ruined the decal, and then all of a sudden, whoops, all of a sudden you drop the part and the whole thing is shifted, which is not good. Now, I have seen some videos on how to make decal solution, which I can't remember how to do it now. But I'm only going to slap one layer on and hopefully that will start to conform. Now, unfortunately, it means I've got to wait a little bit longer because these usually take about half an hour. But straight away, actually, I don't know if you can see it. It's starting to sink into all the recesses.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see. So that's a possible future investment for you, is some decal solution. It's not critical. When we did the tank, we got away with that because of all of our decals were being placed onto flat surfaces. It's when you start applying decals to surfaces with detail. So you see on this wing, you see there's 3 lines there, 3 marks.
Yeah.
Now, we aren't applying a decal there, but if we were to apply a decal, we would want the decal to sink into that detail, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And that's when you'll really need some solutions. Right, how are you getting on?
Mine's on, hopefully.
Good. Right. So while we're giving that the opportunity to dry, I'll try and find my instructions. So again, we're going to be doing sort of 3 or 4 stages simultaneously. So we can't, well, we can glue that in place, but I really wouldn't advise it right now, because if you touch that decal before it's set, that's actually sinking in quite nicely. Can you see the detail where it's sunk into the recess?
Yeah.
Now, if I was to apply another layer, that would soften that even more. But I'm doing what I shouldn't do, which is touching the decal before it's set. And I'm going to come crop if I do that. But that I've got away with. It seems to have moved a little bit. Right, so that's that. So, yeah, let's glue the seat in, because that is step 3. Are you happy to do that?
Yeah.
Right, so on the bottom of the seat, you'll see a little recessed bit. It's like a, no, isn't it? There is. Yeah, it's like a little rail. And in the cockpit, you'll see a little raised square. Do you see that square? You've just disappeared. She's gone just like that. And now she's back.
Sorry, it's doing its usual.
Right. So you see you've got that little square there. There.
Yeah.
That's where the seat's going to go. So remember,
Right.
we always do a dry fit first, don't we?
Yeah.
So what we do is we place that over the square and we see if we can get a nice positive fit, which you will be able to. Well, I certainly can anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So once you're comfortable with that fit and you're comfortable that it definitely does fit, what you want to do is apply a little tiny bit of glue, probably on the seat. Did you leave the seat unpainted?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to tell you another little trick. This is going to make life a little bit easier. Paint glue doesn't stick so well to paint as well. It does stick to paint. So what you can do is get your craft knife. You see that little raised square?
Yeah.
Just have a little scrape at that, just to expose that bare plastic. Okay. You don't have to be neat. Just expose as much of it as you can without scraping away any more of the floor. And that way you're going to have a good plastic to plastic contact, and that will give it as much chance as possible of making sure it sticks. And then obviously take the opportunity to dry fit if you want, and then obviously make sure that's clear. I'll tell you how good that fit is. Look, you can actually push it in and it'll stay in on its own. That's how good that fit is. Okay. How you getting on? I'll do a catch up with chat.
Yeah.
So we've got, I don't know where we were last. Here we go. So what making tonight is Rachel. So Facebook user is Rachel. We have hello Terry, hello Dominique, hello Robert, hello Mike, hello David Markey, hello Teresa. I'd love to do, you are more than welcome. I believe you are one of Natasha's good friends, aren't you? So get in touch with Natasha. If you want, you can always join in with us when we start the next build, and then I can take you through it from start to finish. Obviously, if you do miss any of the streams, you're going to have to sort of catch up ready for the next stream, but you're more than welcome to. And that goes with anyone, really. I don't mind having 100 people on here, because it's all the fun of the building, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Teresa says, hi, Robert. And David says, my chat went funny, had to reload, not a problem. Hi, Dominic. Hi, Penny Tash. Hi, David. Robert says, good to see everyone. And that is caught up. Right. So you're using tube glue, aren't you?
Yeah, using the one that came with it.
Yeah. So get yourself a little bit of scrap cardboard. I like that. That's the first time I've used VMS properly, as far as I can remember. And that has, see how that's conformed? See around the edge there's a little raised bit.
Mm.
And it's just sunk into there really nice. But I am going to be experimenting and making my own decal solution. Right. So a little bit of scrap cardboard, a little bit of glue on the cardboard, and a cocktail stick or something, and then we can glue that seat in. Make sure it's facing the right way. That sounds like a patronizing question, but it really isn't.
No, I thought I'd do it the other way round to be different.
Yeah, if you want to. So that's the back of the aircraft. That's the front. So now, obviously, I use slightly different glue from you. Have you actually done it already?
Yeah.
So as you go and you don't know nothing, and then you've done things before I finished explaining to them. So you obviously do know, don't you?
Only a little bit.
You
I
say
do
you
need to do some touch-ups though.
Oh, it's all right. You may not even need to. Right, so there's mine in, and I'm going to need a touch up because I just slipped and scraped some of that paint away.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So, well, we can do that when we get the black out. Right, so that's the seat in. I'm trying to leave things as late as I can. I want to give this as much drying time as I can because we're going to have to poke a hole into that. So we need to, that decal, we're going to have to poke a hole in it because I thought there was a hole in it already, but there isn't. It's all right. We're all still doing beginnery stuff. Right. So what I would like to do now is cut the fuselage off. Although the fuselage is stage 6 and we're only on stage 3 and 4, I like to take as many opportunities as I can to do test fitting. So if you were to cut piece 16A off, and what does 16A mean?
The number.
Right. And what does the A mean?
Sprue A.
Right. So A means the sprue, 16 means the part number. Okay. So if it said 27B, then it's on a different sprue. So all these points that meet the sprue, we just need to give them a little bit of a clean.
I'm looking for mine.
Just I'm a bit of a fan of dry fitting, and I love to see how things go together. And that is actually going to be a really nice fit because they've given us all these little channels. Now, what I would like to know, oh, I see what they're doing. No, I ain't got a clue. Ah, I can see what that boxy thing is for now. Right. So in the fuselage, you've got these little channels. Can you see them?
No, because I ain't got mine out yet.
Okay. Be patient.
I was struggling to find 16.
Okay, no problems. Be patient, Penny. We aren't gluing this in yet, though.
Okay. Well, I got it.
Right. So the cockpit that we've done is going to sit on top of those two channels there.
Right.
But then once it gets to there, it's going to sit underneath these channels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the reason it's sitting above and below is so that you can't see those channel lines once the fuselage is closed up. So that's going to go in very nicely in there, like so. And that, I am happy for such a small kit. Now, one thing we do need to do that we perhaps should have done in the last episode is paint the inside of this fuselage. Okay, so you can either keep this one on the sprue. We could have actually test fitted it on the sprue. So let's do the black first. So, right, so Pete, while you're on sprue A, which is this one. We want piece 11. And this is the piece I see. Once you see the pieces, it kind of looks a bit better. And now I can see this is a radiator by the looks of it. Now, it says to paint it silver, black, right, which you can do. But I know for a fact you have a silver, don't you?
Yeah, which one though?
You should have, is it 53 from a previous build?
Yes, I'll just
Right, this is completely your
type.
choice. What's going to happen is this is going to go on to there. Now, they've told us to paint it black because it is a starter set. And this will be slightly visible by the looks of it. And I've just done that the wrong way. No, I haven't. I've done it the right way. Okay. Right, so it's hardly going to be visible. But what you could do is paint that silver and then dry brush it black. And it'll make it look a little bit more metallic. I don't know what happened with your page refresh rate, but you just literally vanished.
Because I'm looking in my awesome drawers for 53.
Right. Okay.
Because I got separate storage boxes for this.
Oh, you're getting very flashy, aren't you?
Well, I've got storage boxes after storage boxes.
I think you've always had a lot of storage boxes, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right. So this is going a little bit off-piste, but I think this will add a little bit of detail that you may well love. Right. Good to see everyone. Hi, Penny Tash. Hi, David. Good to see everyone. Hi, Terry, Teresa, Robert, Dom, Mike. Hi, Penny Tash. Hi, Peter. Hi, Lot. Have you been at it again, Peter? Thank you for sending those things for us. Hi, David. You're welcome, Mike. Terry's reaction was priceless. Lord Peter Webster, it was. Now waiting to catch Joshy. I said the same, Peter. We couldn't stop laughing. Same here, Teresa. Hi, David. Hello, Peter. We are caught up. Right. So I don't know where my little pot of silver is, so I'm just going to grab something out of my magic box. Aluminium. Let's go for aluminium, shall we? Are you up for this then, Natasha?
Yeah, what am I doing again?
Right. So I think we should glue this on first. What do you think?
Yeah, where's it gluing to?
Right, so it's going on underneath the cockpit like that. That looks a bit odd to me because looks like you'll be able to see through there to see the back of it. Bear with me a sec. Let me just have a little look at the magazine, at the instructions.
Oh, it went underneath.
Are we going to close? Yeah, see, that's all going to be covered up. All of that back bit.
Mm.
Do you think they told us to put it on the wrong way round? Do you think it should go on that way?
See, I'm looking at that and I keep putting it the opposite way to what it should be.
Well, the way I'm seeing this,
but then do you really want the fumes?
So you've got this bit at the front, which is an air intake. I know that doesn't fit. Doesn't fit if you put it the wrong way round. That just makes no sense to me.
Because you don't want the fumes going into the cockpit, do you?
No, right. So what it is that's a radiator.
Yeah.
That's the air intake. So obviously the water is circulating through there. The air is coming in. It's cooling the water down.
Yeah.
The coolant. Right. But that radiator The detail is on the back, so you're going to want to see it from there, but then you're going to cover this back bit up. So I don't get it, but it doesn't fit backwards. It doesn't fit forwards either. That's just not making sense. Okay, well, look, let's paint it as though it's an integral part of the model. So I think we'd be best gluing that in first, and then that way we've got something to hold on to. Oh,
Which
God.
way are we doing this?
So I'm going to do it facing, so the detail is facing backwards.
Backwards?
Yeah, because it fits. It's what the instructions say, and it does fit. If you put it on the wrong way round, we're assuming they've made a mistake. And then you put this cockpit into the fuselage, it doesn't actually fit. And then you're forced to push it in at an angle. So it is definitely, the instructions are definitely correct. So, I'm going to go with it.
Right, so we're gluing it in.
Yeah. So it's going to look like that. It looks a bit funny. Right, it looks like we've stuck it on at an angle, but that is correct because the instructions tell us it's got to go on at an angle. Right. And then once we've given that a little bit of time to dry, we'll paint it. It's telling us to paint this number 33. I'm suggesting we paint the whole lot plus this bit, because if that's going to be seen, then that bit's going to be seen as well. Okay. So let's move on to step 5, which is building the propeller, building the spinner, the props, whatever you want to call it. And we can paint this as well when we come to paint that if you want. Right. Are you ready?
Somewhat, yeah.
Right, so we need part 3B, which is this piece there. Now, you won't become accustomed to things like this, will you? Because you're used to modern day jets. You're not used to spinny things on the front of aircraft, are you?
No, and I'm looking for it still.
Okay, so if you get the sprue, you've got the wing, and you've got 2 smaller wings underneath it. It will be there, if that helps. Are you mumbling or have you gone on mute?
No, I'm mumbling.
Okay. Right, so where are we up to? Same head, Teresa. Hi, Peter. Hi, David. Hi, hello, Peter. You have another parcel the other day, Penny. I hope it's okay for what you want to do. Do you know what? I keep checking the cat camera every day, and every day I see the cat sit come in with a parcel in her hand, and she takes it through to my craft room. I'd be really surprised if there's any room for me to get into the craft room. But my main parcel still hasn't arrived yet. I've ordered some extras for the Lancaster, and they haven't arrived. But I tell you what has arrived is my little Lancaster crew. I'm so looking forward to that. Right, so once you've cut that off, the next 2 pieces are going to be on sprue A. One is number 2, which is a 4-bladed propeller. Now, what you might like to do here, you've got these, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, what I would suggest for this, to make it easier, if you cut the sprue points off as far back as you can, like that. So you end up with that, and then you can then concentrate on doing one at a time, like this. You might need a little file because your sprue cutters won't get in there that easily, or a knife to clean it up with, whatever is the weapon of your choice. Just be careful you don't slip and pull one of the propeller blades off. It isn't the end of the world if you did accidentally snap one off, but to get it back on, I wouldn't describe it as a beginner technique. We need to get you through all the beginner techniques first, don't we? Although looking at that Prezi you got the other day.
Which one?
By the time you built that, the one you got for the 500 sub giveaway.
Yeah.
By the time you built that, you'll be one of the biggest experts on YouTube.
God, that looks really, really hard.
No, I don't think it's that hard. Just remember that it's all about doing one step at a time. Make sure you clean up all the parts up, make sure they fit properly. And like I say, don't worry about step 2 until you get to step 2. And then don't worry about, step 14 might look tricky. But by the time you've come to complete step 13, it might then be easy. So, yeah. It probably would have been a bit easier with a little file on that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's a nice sound of filing, that is.
I bought some
nice.
nail filers.
Yeah. I don't think you don't need to go big and expensive. Obviously these pro modelers who do commission bills and stuff, and they like to buy nice things, and that's fine. But from a necessary point of view, you don't need expensive stuff. So, do you know what? I think you might be right. So little history says, hi all, Lord Wheat, Peter Webster, Smith Bees, Teresa Smith Bees gets 2 mentions. Look, David Markey, Dominic Koku. Hi little history. Hi again, Terry. Hi Terry, hope you're looking after the kitten. Do tell. What's this about a kitten? Knowing Tash, she will have built and finished the kit by next week. And I am not disagreeing with that.
No, mate, I'll take longer because I can't read black on white.
Good point.
I'm waiting for my overlay.
Your what?
I got an overlay.
So
yeah.
you've got the it's like that coloured sheet, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to come.
Piece of perspex that's just coloured.
Yeah.
See, there was me saying that because I wish you had a printer, because then you could just scan it and put like pink paper in or whatever colour.
That's the best I'm going to get that.
Right.
Without breaking it all.
Just do your best. Well, 2 questions. Have you done your best? And are you happy with it? All right, there you go then. That's fun. Right. So the next piece, sorry, I don't know why I bought red cola. I don't like black cola much. Well, not the off brands anyway. Right, so once we've got that, on the same sprue, we want piece number 12, which is the spinner, I believe it's called. I call it the end of the propeller myself, but... And then obviously give that a bit of a clean up. Make sure that looks nice. And you're going to like this. Right. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you've got that that kit finished by next week. I bet you I bet you've already opened the box, haven't you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Have you done
I think it was Terry's stream. I'm sure Terry can.
Oh, Harvey, how are you, my good friend? So I always say this every time he comes on. If it wasn't for Harvey, I'd never have discovered StreamYard. So how is your singing channel coming along, Harvey? Terry got his first diamond painting off Mike and Teresa today. It was a tiger kitten. Oh, lovely. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, you're going to have a nice fiddly bit to do.
I don't want a nice fiddly bit. I want an easy bit.
Tough luck, you've got one. Right. Now, before I tell you to cut the next bit off, this is actually going to be not going to be part of stage 5. It's going to be part of stage 6. All right. But make sure your carpet monsters are nowhere around.
Yeah, well, I've got carpet monsters
So
everywhere.
on sprue A, back to sprue A, you're after piece number 25, which is so small I can't find it. That's because it's sprue B. So on sprue A, not sprue B, we're after piece number 20. Oh my God, look how flashy that is. Can you see that? That is full of flash. Oh. When you do your second cut, try and get your fingers over it. This is terrible. This is really full of flash, which is a little bit unfortunate. Although I don't think it will actually matter. Because, oh, I just dropped mine. Right. Harvey says, I need to sing more songs, really. Been out, but been a bit lazy. So, all good, Penny, bless you. Hi, Harvey. Not many subs, but I don't mind as I sing for fun. Well, if you want to put your channel in, same goes with anyone. If they want to pop their channel link in, obviously it will come up as a URL, but it won't come up as a clickable link. So Harvey says, Peter, hi Harvey, Teresa, I need to sing more. I've been a bit lazy. Right, so you should end up with 4 pieces, of which I've just lost a piece. There it is. Oh, I'm like saying to you, mind you don't lose that bit, and then I end up losing it myself. I can't tell if that looks like it's not filled properly. But I don't know if that's the way it's meant to be. What's yours looking like?
Right, it's very tiny to tell.
Yeah, right. So when you've got that ready, tell me, and then we'll start putting the propeller together.
Can't really see it, so small.
No, it's difficult, isn't it? Right. Bear with me a sec. I'm just doing. Oops. So, yeah, I've got that song in my head now, haven't I?
Yep.
Do 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 do. And of course, I will never get copyright strike because my singing doesn't sound anywhere like the original. Right. All this hassle just to post a link.
There you go.
Oh,
it's a circle.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Yeah, right. So I'm just trying to post that link, and Smith Speeds has jumped in for me. Thank you very much. So Lord Peter Webster says, glad the tweezer's coming in handy for you, Tash. Steve 131 says, Lord Peter Webster, evening, young man. And then Lord Pete Webster says, just subbed Harvey. I got a feeling actually that Peter Webster, you will enjoy his channel. He's actually not a bad singer. It's not terrible. Right. So this first piece that we cut off, you see that there's some indentations on the top.
Yep.
So this one wants to go in, pointy bit down into the hole, and it wants to go in there so that the propellers sit in the indentations, and give that a good shove. And I don't think you're going to need to glue it. Let me have a check. Oh, that's interesting. Right, so you aren't going to need to glue it, but when it comes to putting this spinner in, that shaft is too long. And the reason it's too long is I've actually cut it too long. I don't know if you can see, you'd have to look really, really close, but round about, let me get my nippers. Round about there, there's like an indentation. So that's where I should actually have trimmed it. Okay. And then what's going to happen is when you put that on, that hole in the middle is going to go into the hole in the propeller. And then my dry fit, look at that for perfection. So you have a choice now. When you glue this on, you can either put a tiny dab of glue on the surfaces on the propeller, or you can put it on the spinner. Now, I would suggest it'll probably be a bit cleaner if you put it on the propeller, but then you're holding it and you risk touching the glue. This is where my thin glue is perfect. All right, no problems. I shall remove you for a second then. You know the drill, just wave at me. Right, so let's do a bit of chit chat then, because I don't want to do this without Natasha, because I want her to see what I'm doing. Harvey says, gonna try for BGT this year, must do some new songs. Now what you've got to do is you've got to work on your sob stories. You don't get anywhere with good singing on Britain's Got Talent. You've got to have a sob story. So you've got to have your wife died of a heart attack, and then just as you were getting on with your life, you met someone new, and then they died in a car crash just the day after you proposed to her, and then your grandmother died. The next day your mother died, and then you might just get on then, and then you can sing as badly as you want, you'll still win. Lord Peter says, go for it, Harvey. For next season, they've already chosen contestants for this year. I suppose they have, haven't they? Harvey says, LOL, Penny. So let's do a flip via the camera. Is it USB camera? There you go, got it right first time. So there's my lovely hotel, still as messy as it was last week. Don't know how long Natasha's going to be. But look, on the bright side, it's extra drying time for the little radiator part. Right, guys, so what have you all been up to then? So what I'm proposing to Natasha when she comes back is, instead of painting this black as the starter set suggests, that's it, golden buzzer sob story. Yeah, you give them a good sob story and then you'll be straight in the final. Absolutely guarantee it. Don't forget that, and I was just getting my life back on track, and then my dog died, and I couldn't believe it. I was devastated, even worse than before. Francis Adams, how are you? Never gonna give up. Is that what you're singing? Is that going to be never gonna give you up? Da, 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 da. Don't blame you, keep going for it. If it's a dream, keep trying. And I think if you want it, you try hard enough, I think you can get it. Why have I got two canopies on this? This Mustang comes with 2 canopies. I don't understand why. Never mind. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, see, you felt sorry for me then, didn't you, when I said my dog died? I just got my life on track and never owned a dog. And well, I have actually. Yeah, so what I'm going to propose, instead of just painting this black, if you remember on the tank, we had a gunmetal for the tracks. So we can use that gunmetal and paint it silver, and then we can dry brush it black, and it'll give it that kind of more metallic look. That's kind of how you do, especially in Warhammers, how you do guns. You paint them silver and then you just dry brush them black, which is kind of the opposite of doing dry brush, because with dry brushing you no, is it the other way round? I got that the wrong way round. I'm still going to suggest we do that though. So you get silver in the base, and then the black at the top is black. So it'll look like a mesh. Can you post a Discord link here? Yes, you can. And you're making Mike work very hard today, because I'll tell you what. Let's add some moderators, shall we? Bear with me a sec, guys. So, where's all my chat gone? Where are you coming through on? Because I can't find you in my chat. Oh, it's because I've got it on top chat. Oh, that hasn't helped either. Well, that's odd. It's because I'm on Craft and Bob. Oh, sorry guys, I'm losing a few brain cells today. Right, there we go. Right, so there we go. Standard. You can now post links. Tell you what, I'm gonna add loads of moderators. I don't normally do like tons of moderators, but who else do we need? Who would be useful as a moderator? Who might like? Oh, Little History. Oh, Little History already are. Regularly post links to my channel nicely. Robert, I'll make you a moderator so you can post your link. Smithspears, Dominique. Is anybody who regularly posts links? Just tell me, and then I will add you as a mod, and then that way you'll be able to add links. Okay. Why have you not got a symbol by your name? Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, right, so, yeah, sorry, no, the reason I couldn't find you, Francis, in the chat, I'm like, what's going on? And then I realised I'm actually on Natasha's channel. She's back. You know, you're not back. She's not back. Okay. Well, going to stick your head in the screen. I'm going to assume you're back. Yeah, so chat something, I don't know. You may have to cut and paste. It might be because I only made you a standard moderator. Tell you what, let's change it. Bear with me. Right, to your channel. Right, so remove a standard moderator, add as moderator. But I can't see that there's any difference between the two moderators. You still don't have a... Yes, you do. Right. Right, okay. So, Peter, can you do me a favour and just type something in chat? I want to see if you have a blue spanner. Because I made you a standard moderator. How do people know that you're a moderator and what kind of moderator? Because I've noticed that Francis's last comment now has a blue spanner, but her previous ones don't. I've tried hitting the refresh button. There you go. Yours has come up as a spanner. Yeah, so it's obviously the previous comments aren't spannered. Is that a word? Spannered? Right. Oh, it's not bad. It's only not 5 to 9. Oh, she's by the screen. She's got a hand over her mouth. She looks like she's having a drink. And she's holding up what looks like a banana. She's laughing now. Oh, trust you, Peter. So I say Peter writes something. So what does he write? Something. Natasha's laughing. Oh, is that what the thumbs up meant?
At the moment.
Okay.
I'm still here, but I just got to take meds.
No, that's all right.
That's what this
Do you
banana
want me...
was for.
Yeah, it's a teacup. Egg cup.
But one of my meds have gone all mushy.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, then you can do me a favour. While you're doing your meds, you can entertain the folks and I can take a 5-minute break.
I'll try and entertain them.
Well, you're very good at entertaining them. Oh, we've got Wayne Welly. We've got Wayne Welly. How are you, Wayne Welly?
Hi, Wayne.
Do you want a spanner for... Oh, hang on. He's on your channel. Oh, you can't have a spanner if he's not on my channel. Oh, it's just bribery I do now. Right, guys, I'll be back in about 5. Okay, I'll see if I can steal some more chocolates as well.
Right, I'm waiting on. Here she comes.
Where's my tin? Tin, tin. Tin, 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 tin.
And then she'll come in and say, bye. Shout. Crackle and pop. Get ready for it. I really don't want to glue this because it's not going to be a spinny plane. It really isn't going to be a spinny plane. Wait for her to shout bye. I can't even see chat. I was her last client tonight, so she gets to go home now. I did a quick change as well. Ooh. Sure, one of them don't look right. It really don't. No, I can do about that. What's everybody up to? And don't say your height, because I'm already well aware of that one. That's what I used to say. What's everybody up to? 5'3". Like today, am I going home on a bus? No, I'm getting on a plane to bloody home. And they're like, what are you like? And I'm like, well, don't ask me a stupid question. Then I get a question, are you home yet? Nope, I've gone to Pluto. Or if I get, oh, I'm here, I'll go, oh yeah, I can't see you. I'll wind them up rotten, especially Sophie. Sophie, I love winding up. We have a good laugh. Yep, it is. It's upside down though. I got these all done between last year, I think. Spoilt myself. Baby Yoda. No, it's not Grogu. This one is actually Baby Yoda. I've got Mickey. Can't really see that one. Eeyore. Baby Groot. Minnie. And that's to assemble my bird. I'll have to do it this way, sod it. Sod it. I can't really tell. There's an owl. There's my Minnie. It resembles my colour birdie. Baby Groot. It's all upside down this, so bear with me. Yoda. Wherever it wants to get in. And then another tattoo to assemble my bird Mickey, but we couldn't get white on this to assemble my bird. And then there's no theme here, honest. And there's my Eeyore. I'm so not into Disney, honest. If anyone tells you, they're lying. Hi Harvey, nice to meet you too.
There was no one in reception, so I stole another chocolate.
I don't know how much I'll see because I've got two weird blocks in the middle of my screen.
Two weird blocks in the middle of your screen?
Yeah, I've got live recording right in the middle. Then how many numbers are in? 12. They're not at the top.
Okay.
Like covering half of our screen.
Okay, that's strange.
But I don't want to refresh in case it's going to do something.
Have you answered these comments, or do you want me to bring them up?
I've done the one where it's nice to meet you, Tash, and Wayne said that's a hoot. That's regarding my owl tattoo.
Wayne says, do a song and a dance, Tasha. Thanks for that, Penny. Hi, Wayne. You'll get our channel demonetized. Well, it's not monetized anyway. Okay, got to go back to work. Oh, bless. Little history. I don't know if you're still watching, but don't forget, tomorrow is Appreciate the Housekeeper's Day, 15th of February, day after Valentine's. Can you imagine the mess of most of the rooms in the hotels? That's all I'm saying. I'm not going into detail. All the budgies could do that. Bye, Francis. Take care. Hello, Wayne. Hi, David. You just reminded me to take my meds. Actually, I've not been taking mine. I don't take vitamin pills, but I always take vitamin pills at the hotel because I don't eat as well when I'm at the hotel. So I eat well when I'm in Scotland. But I mean, it's like today for dinner, I had 2 microwave pizzas, and that's as good as it gets. But it's £1.50 for 2 pizzas. So, and that's a dinner for me. David Marcus says, hello, Peter. Hello, Steve. Is that Baby Yoda tattoo?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Tash. Bless. That's a hoot. considering your PJs have pink stitch.
Not Stitch, it's Angel.
Okay. Still awake? Hi, Derek Terry Dot's history. LOL on holiday, Toz. Washing machines. Yes, the washing machines will be very busy. Yeah. Right. So let's get on with this propeller then.
Would you mind if I refresh quickly, Penny, because I can't see your screen?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, that cola is awful. I don't know why I buy cheap colas.
Penny's pit stop crafting, but
You're gonna have to get your name changed.
Well, it's not happening, is it? Don't like
It's
it.
coming up as Penny's Pit Stop Crafting Budgie Mama.
Yeah, it's done that ever since I've left it.
There you go. I've changed it. It doesn't matter because I don't actually have the names come up on screen. I think they're a little bit distracted. What do you guys think? Let me show names. I mean, you know who we are anyway, don't you?
No, I don't know who I am.
I just no, I just clicked something. I didn't mean to click that. Oh, hang on. Right, there we go. So if you, here you go. I'm Penny's Pit Stop. Oh, God. What you've done to me.
Hey, I'm the opposite. You're the opposite as well, so you must have both.
There you go. I'm Penny's Pit Stop now. Right. Okay. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Right. So what we are going to do, as I'm going to show you, I'm going to put you on big screen. So
Yeah.
have you? Oh, hang on, I'm on camera. This is the height of professionalism, guys. Right. So have you done this bit?
The what bit?
Right. Let's take this out then.
Yeah, I've done that bit.
Right. So push that in as hard as you can. Then, like I say, you should have that little pointy bit inside there. Turns out I'd cut it too long. So cut it down to about so it's about flush. And then we're going to pop that into there as a dry fit, which I think you've already done the dry fit, haven't you? And as you can see, mine fits perfectly.
Is it supposed to go right down?
Yeah.
What? You haven't left?
Right. I think your little bit in the middle is too long. Right. So you see that little just dropped me a bit on the floor.
No, don't do that.
That's all right. It's a big bit. And carpet monsters don't live in London because the cost of living's too high. Right. So you've got a little peg in the middle.
Yes.
Right. Now, get your clippers.
Yeah.
And cut them there. Right. Let me change the camera. Right. So you'll actually see a little line on them, but cut them about that long. Just inside.
Just inside it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. All that peg is doing is just, I'm dropping everything today. All that peg is going to do is just give it a guide.
You watch, I'll do it too short now.
Oh, you won't do it too short.
Right, done it.
Right.
In.
So does the dry fit work now then?
Yeah, it's on top of them peggy bits at the top there.
Oh, so there shouldn't be a gap when you push it in. Doesn't look like there is. No, you might want to turn it so that you see the little cutouts in the spinner. They want to go over the propellers. It is slightly fiddly. It's fiddlier than it looks. Any good?
It's only liking it when I put the little grooves over them little pokey bits.
Yeah, that's what you meant to do.
Colours.
That's what you meant to do. So you've got 4 propellers.
Yeah.
You've got 4 little recesses in the spinner. So those recesses go over the propeller. Make sure that propeller is pushed down into that as far as you can. That might make a difference as well. In fact, I've just pushed mine down a little bit more and it looks like my fit is a little bit better.
No, now I broke a piece off.
Oh no, you haven't.
Yep, always do.
What bit have you broken off?
Side bit.
The side bit?
Yeah,
Show
one of
us.
them fucking pokey little bits.
What's that bit?
Well, I've got these 4 little. I don't know where you take
No,
them off
no,
or
no.
not.
Right, okay, no. Sorry, yeah, you must have missed that bit. So I
Yeah.
told you to leave them on, but then you
Right.
want to cut them off. I thought it was easier to cut them really long on the sprue rather than trying to manipulate this on the sprue. So,
So they can
yeah,
come off then.
yes,
Well, that's what was
lovely.
confusing me.
No, it's okay. Because I sat there doing mine, I thought you were doing yours. So when you finished, it should look something like this.
Oh, I'm taking them off now.
There you go. Let's do that. Right. So it should look something like that when you're finished. Yes. So that's better now, isn't it?
That's better. That's why it was
That's why it won't
confusing me.
fit. No, that's fine. Obviously, I didn't explain that well enough then.
All right.
Right.
Got
So
there in
push
the end.
that. So this little circly bit.
Yeah.
Right. Push the propeller in. Make sure you get the propeller in the recesses. Like that. Make sure that you've got the little bit sticking out the back.
Yep, got that bit.
Then the spinner can go on the top. And this is just a dry fit at the moment. You haven't just snapped that whole propeller off, have you?
No, but that spinny thing ain't going to stay on anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, don't do that bit yet. We're not ready for that. So that's what you should be looking at the moment.
Yeah, I got that far.
So, are you happy with the fit on that?
Yeah, it all connects together.
So what you're going to need to do now is pop some glue onto those. Right. So you'll be applying some glue along there.
Okay.
4 bits, and then pop the spinner on. And this is where the extra thin will really come into its own. Right. Because obviously, now I would apply the glue with a cocktail stick so you can get it more precise. But obviously, if you were using extra thin, all you'd need to do, I'll just try. Right. Try that one again. So all you need to do with the extra thin is just pop a little dab in there. Yeah.
Mm.
And the capillary action will take care of it for you. But obviously, because you've got the Airfix glue, you're going to have to apply the glue. Like I said, I'd apply it with a cocktail stick. And like I keep saying, your glue isn't crap. It's just that I think my glue, the extra thin, is better. We've got John Alec. Right. Hello, Terry. I don't mind names if I don't recognize. Yeah, this is what I think. I just think the names on the screen just take up extra room. And anyone who's regular knows us, so we don't really need the name. Obviously, I introduced at the beginning of the show. And if anybody joins and says, "Who are you?" you know, just ask and we're quite happy to tell you. So John says, hi, Penny and Natasha. Hi, John. Hi, John Alec. Hi, Peter, Teresa. And that is the chat caught up. So how are you getting on with your spinner propeller? Stuck. What? It's stuck on?
Yeah.
That's good. Right. So now this propeller is going to go on the end of the nose like that. On the piece of fuselage that you've cut out, you'll see, can you see that little hole? Half a hole. There'll be another half of a hole on the other one. Now, what you're ultimately aiming to do, if this is at all possible, you want to stick this piece on there with glue, but you want the gap ideally to be exactly the same thickness as this fuselage, as this bit at the front, because if it sits on there perfect, it won't rock. Can you see that mine is, actually mine might, yeah, it's too long. Look, can you see that I've got all that movement on mine? So hold that on as best you can. So what you need to do is, I'm actually gonna, I don't like that hole in there. I think that's got flash in it because it's not a flat hole. So I'm going to be a bit naughty. You can't do this, and I'm ever so sorry. I'm just going to get a drill out. Well, I can't get a drill out. It's stuck. Why are my drills stuck? But if you haven't got a drill bit, you can get a knife. But just make that hole a little flatter.
Make that hole what?
A little bit flatter. Did you have a lot of flash on yours bit?
Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah, so you probably got that flash on the inside. Oh God, now I've just dropped the drill bit on the floor. That's the trouble. Why do they make drill bits round? When they make them round, they roll off the table. Right. I actually want this so I can get this a reasonable amount of the way in. But I don't want to drill that hole too deep in case I go through the other. Oh, I've just dropped it. I have just dropped it.
No, don't do that.
Oh, no. I don't know where it went. I've got it. See, I'm very lucky. I've got a dark carpet. And this, these parts are very light coloured. I just dropped it again, look. Tell you what I'm going to do. Right, there we go. Right, so I've got that bit in there. So I'm just going to try and hold it. This is where we're going to have to do a bit of work. So I think the easiest thing to do is that peg on the end there. I just want to snip a tiny, tiny bit off. Okay. And then I'll try another fit. Now, the more effort you put into this, the better your propeller is going to be. Oh. But when you do cut that bit off, make sure you cut it off nice and square. Right, so I've still got a bit more play. So I just want to cut a little bit more off. But I don't want to cut much off. I definitely don't want to cut too much off, because otherwise we won't get the propeller on. And what you're aiming for is with that little bit on the end, it might be wiser actually to cut the end off and then sand, or just sand it off. You want to keep that flat. We're getting very technical now, Natasha.
Yeah.
Right. Ah, I keep dropping it.
So I keep dropping the round one.
That's what I keep dropping.
I can't even hold it in to stay still.
It's just
Can't hold
I
all
would
three at the
like
same
I
time.
would like to I would like to make a moving propeller. It's not the end of the world if you don't have a propeller that doesn't move. Right, I'm going to go with that. So once that's done, what I want to do is get the tiniest drop of glue and just put a little tiny drop on the end. Obviously, I'm not using the same glue as you. I'm not using tube glue. Right, just a tiny drop. And this is obviously going to be easier because I can put that little circle on the ground. And then I can bring this to it, which still doesn't seem to work very well. There we go. So that's stuck on. And then I am confident. Do you know what? That's on with hardly any movement. I'm going with that. Right, so just make sure that's on there level. And then put that down and leave it.
It's not even on yet.
No, it's fine. But obviously, so what you've basically got there, you've got a little stick, you've got the propeller there, and you've got a stopper there. So both of these ends are bigger than the hull. Now, the fuselage is going over. If you've got the ends too far down, you're going to get movement. So your propeller is going to do that. Right, and it's probably going to hang like that. If you can get that gap in the middle exactly the same thickness as that bit on the end there, it's then going to sit like that, if that makes sense.
Right, so right on each other.
So I suspect that the reason that was too long is actually that hole inside there isn't long enough, isn't deep enough. And I think that has filled up with plastic during the molding process. Now, I don't think I've got that spot on. Actually, I think I have. If there is any play, there's not much. But once you've got that glued on there, you literally want about 1 millimeter or 2. Can you see the small gap there?
Mm-hmm.
And I think if there wasn't any flash, I think that would fit perfectly. Right, how are we doing for time? Well, we've got a fair bit of time. Right, so hi John, Alec. Hiya Peter, Teresa. So are we still having fun, Natasha? Are we still having fun?
Yeah, just trying to get it on.
Okay.
Right, I'm just not touching it. I don't know
That's
if I've done
fine.
it too
Put it
small
down
or
and
not.
leave it. Right. So, shall we do some catch up from previous steps?
Yeah.
Shall we leave this instrument panel till next week and just get the painting done today?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think that's a bad idea. I tell you what, it's the first time I've used that VMS, and I'll see if I can. I'm going to steal the big screen, except I'm not. Right. I think that has conformed really nicely. That's one layer of BMS decal solution. I mean, it's not a real serious challenge. It's just a little bit raised around the edges. But that's not done a bad job. First time I've ever used them. Where's the other one? And the reason I like these, I bought these because the shop I buy from, mail order, that's all they had in stock at the time. And the reason I like it, obviously I have to have everything a little bit compact. Because it's in a dropper bottle, I can apply it onto the brush like that so much easier. But obviously, you know, if I'm sitting at home with my decal, the soldy set and soldy fixie and stuff, whatever it's called, I get the two muddled up, but you know what I mean. Right, so we need to paint 2 colors. What we want to do is paint the inside of the fuselage. You see where that grid is, right? Everything above there and below there, and probably all of that, some of that, wants to be painted the green. Yeah, I know they're microsol and microset. I always get in a muddle which one is which. Isn't it microset is actually the first one? It's not the one you use to set the decals. Sol is the one you use to soften them. I don't know. I wrote numbers on them, so I know which order to use them. Right, so paint number 30 that we got with the kit. What we are going to do is we're going to paint inside this cockpit and also inside the cockpit of the one that's still on the fuselage of the one that's on the sprue already. Don't need to remove it from the sprue. And I can't remember if I did. That's handy, isn't it? So personally, I'd use a big, oh God, I just put a wet brush on the decals. That's all right, I got away with that. Personally, I'd use a bigger brush myself. And you're probably going to need 2 thin coats. And just get that painted.
I'm just doing the inside of the cockpit, am I?
Yes. You don't need to do the whole lot. I mean, you can, but it's a bit of a waste of time. Just like that.
Oh, yeah.
So that when you put the cockpit in, can you see how it looks all nice inside the cockpit?
Yeah.
See, that bit really doesn't need doing. But I would do that. Just that bit there and that bit there. That bit is overkill. And this bit, personally, I'm going to do that black because they're asking us to paint this bit black. So I think it makes sense that this area in there is... No, let's do all of it green.
All of it?
Yeah, let's do it all green.
The whole lot?
Yeah, I think this is... I've forgotten the name of it. It's an anti-corrosion paint. Oh God, what do they call it? You get it in yellow and you get it in green. Someone will know. I've gone and forgotten the name of it. Something oxide. What they do is they spray it. Obviously, these are obviously made of metal, and you spray them all with this stuff that stops it from corroding. And the reason I know a little bit about that is because I got into a big debate when I was doing the Mitchell many years ago. Apparently the inside is not the color you think it is. It's either they're usually green and this particular one is yellow, or they're normally yellow and this particular one is green. Right. No clue, has not used them. Is that any good, the Revel Decal Soft? Because of the tail wheel, red lead. No, it's oh, I know John Alec will know. Oh, I can't, it's just escaped me. It's something I can't remember. But normally it's green. MiG Ammo actually do it, and that's what they call it. They got both the yellow and the sorry, I meant to say I'm actually painting all in there as well. Probably really want to do that black, but
I've done it majority of it in green now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's better to do too much in green than not enough. But
Literally
that's going to
done
be
in
that's,
every spot I can think of.
well, you have to do the lot. But then if you do the lot, you've just given yourself some extra painting practice, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I have covered that in one coat. And I think maybe I didn't thin my paints. I think I might just use that straight from the pot. But if I did, I got lucky because I've got no paint brush marks. So that's kind of what you're aiming for then. So far it works fine. That's fine. Because isn't it funny that, I mean, Facebook is the worst. Right. You use product A and you're really happy with it. And then I'll say, well, I use product B. And then someone else will come along and go, don't use product A or B. Product C is brilliant. And then you'll get someone who'll go, oh, I just use water. And then all of a sudden, people are offended because someone said something different to you. And it's just, it gets crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's one of the forums I'm on at the moment is they're having a bit of a row about airbrushes. And I'm in the use a cheap airbrush camp, and I know there's some people that will go use a big, and if you want to go out and buy a £500 airbrush and you're good at it, brilliant. But I just think, well, it's like, best analogy I can give you, I knew a guy, I used to play pool many years ago on the pub scene, and I'm all right at pool, but this guy, he was really, really good. And this kid comes in, reckons he's absolutely God's gift to pool. And my mate just go, oh, I can beat you with a snooker Q-tip glued to the end of a broom handle. And he went, all right, I'll take you on. And he took him on, best of 5. And my mate beat him 3-1. And I just think that's the message I'm trying to say there is, it's a lot of the skill is in you, not the equipment you use. Wayne Welly is still a hairy stick user, which is fine. I'm enjoying using my hair. I tend to be a hairy stick. Zinc chromide, that's the one. Zinc chromide, because you can get it in yellow and you can get it in green. I believe generally it's green, but the B20, forgotten the numbers, the Mitchell B26, the Doolittle Raiders, they're all done in yellow. But yeah, so you'll have, this is why sometimes what I'll do is I will do silver and then I'll do green over the top. But obviously if you get into chipping fluids, you do silver, you put chipping fluid down, B25. Why is my brain gone today?
Probably just having one of them moments.
I think it is having one of those moments.
Yeah.
Right. So how are you getting on with your green interior?
Painted it all.
Lovely. Right. So I think we want to do all of this green as well. What do you think?
What's all green?
So when this cockpit is in here like this, right? Can you see that we've got painted this wheel tail wheel well? So it's going to show there, isn't it? So I think all of that wants to be done as well. So I'm just going to do that as well.
What, all the side of it?
No, underside. So from, let me get my brush. Right. Oh God, that's well thinned, isn't it? Right. So from there,
yeah,
downwards.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I just gave a really good demo on what happens if you dip your brush in water before you do the paint. But what a nice finish. That's beautiful. More work thinning your paints, but isn't the finish lovelier? Sorry, I forgot to do that bit. Now, I'm still not convinced that we don't paint the front of that box.
I'm just painting it all, sod it.
Well, no, you know we're going to do that in black, don't you?
Oh, okay.
Have you just done it in green?
No, I've touched the brush with it though.
Okay, don't worry about it. Because, remember, painting a dark colour over a light colour is easy. So, there's an air intake there. Obviously, you can only see half, but you can actually see that box. So, I think that definitely has to be blackened. Right, so tell me when you finished the green.
I'm not far off.
So this is kind of, so you'll see, I don't know if they're actually referring to the inside when they say paint it, but you kind of, you have a look and have a think, right? So like I say, air intake there, you're going to see a little bit. If you get a magnifying glass, imagine you're a judge at a scale model show, you're going to want to look inside there. The question I'd be asking is, can I see bare plastic inside there? So I'm gonna. You eating breakfast cereal?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I've got chow mein.
Oh, I'm even more jealous then. What have I got food wise? I've got some week old Pringles. Right. So it's just so when the wheel is down, you see the green interior instead of the plastic color. Yeah. Which is, I think, well, has that got a retractable rear wheel in it then? Because most, I'm not like really knowledgeable on World War II aircraft, but most of them didn't have a retracting tail wheel, did they? You wouldn't necessarily know that, would you?
No.
By looks of this sprue, it doesn't have a tail wheel at all. I can't find a tail wheel. Oh, has mine fallen off, perhaps? It has 26A, which is this one. Oh, there it is. So is that a retractable wheel then on the? Yeah, I'm absolutely sure that the tail wheels on the Spitfire didn't retract. I think the Spitfires didn't retract. Yeah. So I know I didn't know. I thought that was a bit of a post-war technology. You know, obviously the speeds that the World War II aircraft flew at, it's not going to make a significant difference, is it? But obviously, if you're flying at Mach 3, a little tail wheel isn't going to make that much difference. You know, if you're going to eat chow mein, I'm going to eat a wild card chocolate.
Well, I've eaten chicken and chow mein. But I've got to eat. My med's strong.
I'm not disagreeing.
So what was I doing?
I don't know what you've done. So, does yours look anything like this?
I would say yeah.
Now, obviously, while you've got that green out, yes, it does. You said about having to do some touch-ups. Was that?
Yeah, I've got some touch-ups to
on
do.
the black or the green?
Both. I've
Right.
hit some.
So just do your touch-ups on the green while you've got the green out, and the next color we'll be doing will be, well, I think we'll be best to do the silver actually. And I've just completely missed a bit there. Look, is that little grey bit poking out? Ding! My phone is dinging at me. It's trying to tell me something, but I'm not listening. Now, I'll tell you something else I forgot to do.
What?
I forgot to tell you to try and avoid painting the sides, like the edges there, if possible. Doesn't matter
Yeah, I've
if you
done my
have.
best with it, but I can
Right.
scratch it off.
Yeah, exactly. We've already done that with the seat, didn't we?
Yeah.
Now, this is also an opportunity if you want to. You see, you've got some buttons down the side. You could always touch them with various colors. I mean, if you do some research on the Mustang, you might know what actual colors they are. I don't know. I haven't done some research, but I'll give you a quote from Gary's stuff. He just like puts blobs of white on or whatever, and then he always says, I don't know if that's accurate, but it looks a bit more interesting, and you're not going to see it much anyway when the canopy's on. So Wayne Welly says, how you finding these plastic kits, Tasha?
Hard.
It is definitely harder than the tank, isn't it?
It's hard.
But we'll see. We'll see if you're happier with it than the tank. See, I wonder if having a knowledge and an interest in the actual subject matter helps.
What does that mean?
Well, apart from the fact it's an aeroplane, what do you know about the Mustang?
Nothing.
Nothing. So
Nope.
can you have a genuine interest that you know nothing about?
Probably.
But then there's also the flip side that you may now develop a genuine interest for the Mustang because you built it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Jet Provost now that you've built one? Sorry, the red plane.
The red plane.
The
It's
red
a red
plane.
plane.
Yes. But has it inspired you to learn a little bit more about it?
The plane itself or
Yeah.
the modelling?
The plane.
Yeah, but I've got to look up on Google.
No, that's fine. I mean, some people may not actually care about the subject matter. They might just want to build it.
True.
See, I'm going to make a very controversial statement here. I don't understand what people see in tanks. And that's everything's gone silent then. Even you were shocked then, weren't you, Natasha?
No, because they each to their own.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you get some people that only do ships. Now, I couldn't ever imagine only doing ships. I could do the odd ship. Oh, I found a really good model that I want to do. It's a World War II dry dock.
Mm.
But the trouble is, I got to really do a ship first, haven't I? Because then you got something to put in the dry dock. Terry, cover your ears. Yeah, Terry's into tanks, isn't it? Is that the tack on? I think it is. Let me find my phone because it came in an email from one of the shops I buy from, and it said in stock this week. It looks like the potential to be quite laborious because it looks like it's made up of 10 identical substructures. There we are. Oh, mate. Yeah, it's the tack on one. That's it. There isn't much about it, but I look like it's apparently it's composed of 10 advanced base sectional docks each 165 foot wide, 93 foot long, 75 foot deep. Obviously not the model. So it looks like you're going to be making a section 10 times. And then you can park a ship in there. So what I'm guessing what they do is they pull water into that so the whole thing sinks. The ship comes in, then they get rid of the water, they pump all the water out. And then obviously as they pump the water out, it'll rise up, and then that's how you get the dry dock. Plenty of photo etch. So but yeah, it just it's in my new in at scale model shop, and they've also obviously the number one thing is the new Mini Art Thunderbolt. Right, how we doodling?
I've touched up where I can with the green.
Right, so you've done your touch-ups?
Yeah, bar the black.
Lovely. Right, so next we'll move on to the silver. Right, now I'm going to use this because I haven't got the gunmetal grey on me, but silver is silver. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
So yeah, if you've got any silver will do, because we're going to be covering
106 or 53.
Basically anything silvery. We're going to be covering a lot of it up anyway, and this is completely blocked. Can you believe that? Oh. Right, I need kitchen roll. Oh, I've been ever so good today. I've been using gloves all day because I've been priming, and then as soon as I take my gloves off, I get metallic paint on my fingers. That's better. Right, so what we're going to do, you see the face of that, where all the detail is on that grill? Just paint in there. Don't need to do any more. Try not to paint over the green. And like I say, we're going to be covering a lot of this up. So it's going to look something like that. You won't see a lot of difference because silver on grey isn't very contrasting. Right, have you got any kitchen roll?
It's what I bring in earlier.
Perfect. You'll need that later on. I'm going to teach you a brand new technique if we get time in the next 12 minutes, which I don't think we will. So it might be an exciting new technique to teach you next week.
Yes.
For those of you wondering what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be teaching her a basic dry brush. Oh, it's honestly nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about.
That's what you say.
No, it's not difficult. So after we finish painting that, get your black ready.
Oh, I've got loads of that.
I know, because you get black with every kit. This black isn't black. It definitely is not black. It's
all my blacks have been black.
It's more of a German grey. But then saying that, didn't I paint this with the black that wasn't black?
Probably.
And it's turned out black. So I reckon that must be the what do you call it, carrier medium. But it's kind of greeny grey. Can you see it, guys? That is not black, is it?
No, but
yours is definitely black. But when I painted with it, it's come out black. Unless I used a different colour. It's really weird. I mean, I'm not bothered enough about it. Right. So Wayne Welly says you're doing well, Tasha.
Thank you.
John Alex says, yeah, I'm still waiting for Mini Up P47 to ship here. I'm really interested in that because from what I can see, it's their first aircraft kit, and the reputation they have with tanks, if they apply the same logic, the same style to aircraft, it's going to have like a million bits to it, and it's going to be lovely. Right. Are you ready with the black?
Yep, it's out.
So we are going to touch up the bits of black we need touching up, and we are going to paint the sides and the back of this square box that you've just painted silver.
Right.
Don't paint over the silver yet.
Okay.
Okay. In fact, I might even leave it till next week to do that bit. No, I'm not trusting that. I don't think that black is black. I don't know what I did use, but I don't think it was that. But a quick and easy to hand black will be my Citadel. Because I was doing some Warhammer today, so I think I've got a black anyway. Tell me I've got a black. No. Oh. Well, what's happened to my black then? I've got every yellow but black, every colour but black. Where's that gone there? There it is. Because I've had it out. Right. Oh, that's black. God, that's thinned. That's going to need 2 coats for me. Having said that, I've probably still got water on the brush. God, that's not one to stick. So guys, I know a lot of you won't believe me. If you are a primer person and you're brushing on primer, Citadel base colors are absolutely perfect. So yeah, I don't know why they sell primers, because they know full well their paints act as a primer, because it was them who told me about it. Citadel. Right, so I'm going to paint inside the box as well.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. I know I'm probably telling you things 4,000 times.
Wow.
But at least then I'm telling you, aren't I?
Yep.
I'm the kind of person where I think, oh, I think I've told her. And it turns out I hadn't. Right. And then obviously any touch-ups you need doing. So for example, I've caught a little bit on the corner of that seat. So I'm just going to touch that up. And then that is an okay-ish cockpit for a beginner set. I just want to say, guys, obviously when you guys all do your washers and you're picking out detail and adding extra wires, that is fantastic, and it really does add a lot of realism. But don't forget that we are doing a starter set here for someone that has only ever built one airplane previous to this. So we will build up to advanced techniques over time. But for now, Natasha needs to learn a considerable amount of basic techniques, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you need to keep doing those basic techniques until they're drilled in your head. It's kind of muscle memory, isn't it? So you pretty much know it off by heart now with things like dry fitting and clean up, don't you?
Yeah, somewhat.
Well, you didn't. I know you didn't. When I said to you, "Oh, what do we do next?" and you were like, "Oh, I can't remember." I said, "Don't worry, because you'll do it every single stage. Every time you cut a part off, you clean up, and then you do a dry fit. And now it's drilled into your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we need to get these techniques. You know, we might as well do that dry brush now. So tell me when you finished all of those, and then we'll do the last bit. We'll do a little dry brush. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll let that paint fully dry. Right. So do you want to do a little dry fit?
Yeah.
Pop the cockpit into there like so, and it will look something like that. If you want to cut the other half of the fuselage off, you can, and we can fit that. But remember, we do not want to glue it yet because we haven't stuck the instrument panel in.
Wow. Sit right well, yeah.
Well, getting all that balanced in. Obviously, it'll be easier once we glue things in. But what we're aiming for is that fuselage in there. That propeller is going to balance on the end there. And then that goes on there like so. And there we have something that doesn't fit. This isn't fitting, Natasha.
I ain't had my second side out yet.
It's all right. You probably don't want it because if it's anything like
No.
mine, it's not. And my propeller's just shot off in the distance. Oh no! My ends fell off. Which obviously tells me that it's far too early for me to be playing around with the parts with the glue ain't dried properly yet.
Yep.
So don't touch your propeller.
All right.
I think it's not made proper contact. I don't think it's flat enough. I think I buggered this up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got mine in. Or on, but
You
not
would,
like
wouldn't
the
you?
other side of it. I ain't got the other side out yet.
You would, because you're a better basic mod. You're a better modeler than me.
No, I ain't.
You are. At this level, you know, what I'm saying is when I was at this stage, do you know what's that? A hell of a lot of noise going on in the hotel today. I don't know whether to complain, you know.
Well, you can't. Bloody fun night, isn't it, for a lot of them?
Yeah, I know, but keep it respectful for those single ladies in the house.
Well, I don't think they do.
With the hands up. Oh, that's going to fall off there. I think I'm going to end up cutting that bit off and sticking the propeller on.
I ain't sticking my propeller on.
No,
It's going to do what I want it to do for a change.
that is the correct attitude, Natasha. Right. Okay. So, you happy calling it a day?
Yeah.
We are going to struggle with this until we glue
Yeah,
it
I'm
in.
already starting to struggle.
Yeah. So what I've noticed is once I got my cockpit in, the other side of the fuselage isn't fitting properly. It's going to need a bit of a wiggle. I was saying that I haven't got it in properly, but once that's glued in on one side, it'll fit better. Because obviously to get that in, I'm having to jiggle two sides simultaneously. Once one side is in properly, I'm only going to have to jiggle with one side.
True.
See, that bit is going to be covered up. but it looks nice.
That's what I'm saying. But we painted it now.
So it'll look even nicer on the next stream, won't it? Because we're going to give it a little touch of black over the top, but not enough to cover. Basically, that's what we're going to do with dry brushing. We're going to go over that silver bit with black until it's almost covered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it won't be that bright when we finished. It will be black with a little bit of silver in the recesses. Right, guys, so I don't know if we've achieved a lot or we've not achieved a lot, because we've painted the inside of the fuselage. We finished this off. Apart from this, we've got the decal on. Next week, unless you want to do it off stream, we've got to glue that into there like so. That will finish the cockpit off.
Yeah.
But obviously you appreciate that we need to let that dry. That, is it me, or is that an awful long way? The pilot seat away, a long way away, given that the pedals are down there. Have we got a pilot in here?
I think we have, you know.
Oh, we have. And he's got his legs open like it's Valentine's Day. Look. Look, see how wide his legs are. He's definitely a Valentine's Day pilot, isn't he? So yeah, we'll get, unless you want to do that during the week, I don't mind either way. But if you do decide to stick it on, get some glue on a cocktail stick, shove it into that hole.
Yeah.
Let me find a cocktail. I can't even find a cocktail stick now. Right, so I'm going to pretend this is a cocktail stick. So you got glue on the end. Just touch it in there, and then glue that middle peg in. Obviously, we don't want to touch this until the decal's dry. No, actually, second thoughts, don't, because we haven't finished building this yet, have we?
No. We've
got that little clear bit to go on the top. So yeah, so that's that. Then we'll get this cockpit stuck into the fuselage, and then obviously this will have had time to set, so that'll be rock solid. And then we'll look at closing up the fuselage next week, which then means that once we've done that, we can start getting the wings on and some small details. And then maybe the week after, we'll leave all these little tiny fiddly parts. We're definitely doing wheels down, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that'll be nice. So streaming, I might rename my next stream, because I think it's going to be, funnily enough, my stage, I've got the Lancaster coming out. Is it Friday? And I think this week is called Mega Unboxing. It's I think the video is over an hour long, and it's just the unboxing. But I'm coming home for Thursday, so the stream that we were going to do on the Thursday has been moved to the Sunday. You all right with that, Natasha, like we did last time?
It's been what?
Right, so normally, well, we kind of planned it like this time, but normally I do a channel update on a Sunday, don't I, after I come home. But I know I'm coming home on the Thursday, which is when we were going to do the next Mustang. So we've swapped the Mustang and the channel update, because I am not coming home on Thursday and then waiting until Sunday night before I open all my packages. Right. So basically Thursday night is next, not tomorrow, the week after, is going to be a massive unboxing. And
I'm surprised what you've got sat there.
Oh, I've got tons of stuff. But one thing I know has arrived is one of my Lancaster crews. I don't know if the Tory model, Tory one has arrived. The ones that go inside the Lancaster, but the ones that are walking, basically, if anyone does the 132 Hachette Lancaster and you're in the Facebook group, you'll have seen a post about it, people suggesting these crew. So that's coming, and then there's loads of other stuff. I mean, main aftermarket is not arriving until March. So Wayne Welly says, I think the pilot is slightly out of scale for fitting. There's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a go. But looking at the pilot, looking at the seat, I think you're probably right. This is one of the problems we have, Natasha, especially with 1:72 scale. The pilots just always seem out of scale.
I didn't put the last ones in my red plane.
No, but do you think they would have fitted?
Yeah, if I didn't do this, whatever the question mark meant, because I didn't know what that
Question
meant.
mark
So,
made the choice.
yeah, I didn't know that.
So
So I just followed it all the way through and I couldn't fit the men in. I kept them though.
that's fine. It's always nice to have, because sometime in the future you'll have a kit, and it will. But yeah, see, now I'll be honest with you, right? I would have done that if you're not putting the pilots in. I would have done wheels down, because the question I would be asking is, who's flying it?
I'll say a mystery man.
Well, obviously. Now, if you have the wheels down, you've got the choice. You can put the pilot in or not. But if you're putting it in flying, I think you have to put the pilot in, because I just think who's flying it. It's like,
man.
well, obviously. But yeah, see, I forgot about that, Wayne. So first of all, you keep pilots, because one day you might want to put a pilot in and the kit you buy doesn't come with a pilot. So you just go into your spares drawer. So obviously you're going to keep that. Did you get one or two pilots?
Two,
I was going to say, I thought you would have got two, because it's a trainer. So you'll keep that as modern RAF pilots. So one day you might get a Tornado and you think, oh, this will look good flying through the air with pilots. Oh, but it doesn't come with pilots. So your Jet Provost pilots could become Tornado pilots.
Okay, I thought I'd keep them.
And secondly, as Wayne Welly says, keeping pilots are good for figure painting practice.
No, you're right. Too small.
No,
I am never going to figure practice and painting.
No, listen, right. If you have two pilots that are very tiny and you try to paint them, you've got no intention of using those pilots in your aeroplanes. What harm does it do to try and paint them?
Harm is I'll get paint all over me.
You won't get paint all over you.
I'll just paint them all one colour.
No, you won't paint them all one colour.
It's easier,
You're being silly now, are you? One of those medications you've taken, are they any of those silly pills?
Yeah, I like silly pills.
Make you go silly.
Yeah, I'm always silly though. Oh, I get that dead serious part.
No, it's good. It's good that you're having a laugh. So yeah, it's always good to keep the pilots. But I mean, like I say, everything I say with regards to scale modeling, it's opinion. So just because I say to do something doesn't mean you have to.
No.
Like I say, I personally believe if it's got the wheels up, it should have pilots in it. It's like this Lancaster. I'm going to put motors and speakers in it, so it's going to start the engines up. So if I don't put any crew inside the Lancaster, you're going to ask the question, who switched the engines on?
Right.
Wayne Welly says you could paint it silver and it could be a Terminator pilot.
It's already silver though.
No, he's talking about the actual pilot. Right, guys, I'm going to have to finish the stream. So I did say.
Yeah, you've got to be up in the morning, haven't you?
Yeah, unfortunately. So, yeah, so what's happening? Tomorrow I've got Gauntlet coming out. Lancaster's coming out on Friday. Mega unboxing of the Hong Kong models one. Nothing on Saturday. Sunday I've got the final part of the Lego Concorde. Monday is a Robocop. We've got Warhammer's returning on Tuesday.
have
Then
you?
we've got, yeah, it's finally coming back. I've been trying to work on it and I've just been really struggling with it. And last time I was at the hotel, because it's a hotel build. It's something for me to work on when I'm in the hotel. So, this is one of the issues. This is one of the ones that are coming out. Really, really nice. I don't know what he is. I'm trying to learn, but I think I've assembled too much of him because there's some really difficult areas to paint now. I think I should have done him in sub assemblies, but he's lovely. He's a beautiful model. Yeah, so then the Warhammer's coming out. So I'm actually going home next Wednesday evening. So I will be home Thursday morning. I don't know why I'm not enjoying my stint at London this time.
Why?
I don't know. Nothing wrong with my job. Nothing wrong with the hotel. Everything's going fine. I'm just not enjoying it here. I just can't wait to get home. I don't know if it's because I've got a lot of stuff to do at home, or if I'm.
Probably because all them packages that are at home.
It could be. I'm just looking forward to getting home to the packages. I wonder if it's because I've now put webcams in my house so that I can see the cats, and now I miss the cats.
Could be.
You know, when I didn't have webcams, I just assumed my lodger was looking after my cats and not mistreating them. And you know, what you don't know doesn't hurt you. As soon as you see it on the camera, you're like, oh no, oh no. So I don't know. But then my cat sitter, she's absolutely brilliant. I see her yesterday. I can't believe it. I said, how do you do it? She put a parcel in the craft room because I don't allow the cats in the craft room when I'm not there. So obviously she'd gone in the craft room to put the parcels in. The cats had gone in. And she just goes, come on, Shadow, out you get. And he just runs out. With me, they like, no, I'm going in this corner. You ain't finding me. You know, I think that's probably because that's what it is, isn't it? I let them get away with murder,
You
so they do.
You let them get away with it where she doesn't.
Yeah, but she ain't horrible to them. I mean, I said to her, how'd you do it? And she says, sometimes I have to use a lot of treats. See, Spirit's the stubborn one. Because Shadow's easy. You drop a couple of treats on the floor, and he'll come from 10 miles away. Oh, food. Whereas Spirit, she's not bothered so much by food. She's more into the adventure. So the more dangerous it is, the more she's in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if I accidentally shut him in the bathroom, if Shadow don't come out of the bathroom, I go, you got 10 seconds or I'm shutting you in. And I give him 10 seconds, I shut the door and I leave him for about 5 minutes and he'll start meowing. If he ain't meowing, I'll open the door. I mean, I'll open the door if he meows, but if he's not meowing, I'll open the door and he'll just run out because he don't like being shut in there. Now, when Spirit gets shut in the bathroom, I go, come on, Spirit, shut out you come, or I'm shutting you in. She just looks at you, and then she decides to lay on the floor on her side. So I go, all right, I'm shutting you in. And then as soon as you shut the door, she's just sitting there going, right, unsupervised playtime. What can I do? So you actually have to grab her. And she's got this thing about the bath and the shower curtain. I don't know how many times she's had the shower curtain off the wall. So yeah, she's a different kettle of fish. Shadow's easy. Just click the lock on the cupboard where the
Well,
food
his
is
Shadow's
kept.
not after licking glue.
Well, yeah. She's anyway, right. So Kenneth says, evening Penny and everyone else from Atlanta, Georgia. I got my fan home full kit of the Iron Man build. Nice. Keaton Pilots is good for practice. Paint it silver, call it. Terminate. Harvey says later all. Teresa says, Tash, you are doing really well. Be proud of yourself. Yeah, definitely. David says, thank you for a great stream. Peter Webster says off to bed now. Good night next time. David Markey, you done well, Natasha. Night, Peter. John Alex says take care all. Harvey says I have repaired some lovely reel-to-reel tape recorders from the 60s and 70s. Nice. Wayne Welly says night all, catch you all again. Right, so that is it then. So to recap, you have done very well, Natasha.
Thank you.
You have done well because there's certain things like, you know, like I mentioned, the cleanup and the dry fitting, it's now starting to become automatic. I do seem to remember quite a few streams back when you were going, oh well, I'll never get this. Yeah. Oh, I'll never understand. I'll never be able to do this. But now you're starting to do it second nature.
Yeah.
So it's definitely getting there. What's your paint quality like on your Mustang? No brush marks? Nice solid cover, no brush marks? Well, it looks okay from here, but the camera's not awesome.
No brush marks. I just decided to do the whole lot on the inside.
Oh, it's fine. It's painting practice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, no, that's all good. So you're definitely making, what's the word? Leaps and bounds, strides, big strides. Definitely improving. So I reckon maybe another kit or two, you'll be doing it on your own on a stream.
Possibly, yeah.
Yes, good. You're becoming more positive. If I'd have said that 5 or 6 videos ago, you'd have gone, oh, no chance. Yeah.
No.
Now you're starting to believe in yourself. Right, guys. So sorry to be slightly abrupt. I am going to have to go. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for helping me get my watch hours up. I'm now actually 2/3 of the way, well, practically 2/3 of the way to being able to do super subs and memberships. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if they're worth it, but yeah. So, and then I'm going to work my way to 1,000 subs to get monetization, so I can hit you all with adverts that you don't want to see.
Oh God, that drives me nuts already. I'll put my laptop on where I don't have to see them.
Well, to be honest with you, see, I'm against YouTube membership. You know, the paying $8.99 at $12.99, stuff like that, so you don't watch adverts. I think it's absolutely extortionate at the price that they're charging. I mean, it's isn't that higher than a TV license? You know, pay more to watch YouTube than you do to watch the BBC, and I don't pay to watch the BBC. I don't watch. Yeah, I'm just going to get that out there. I don't watch BBC, and I don't pay for it. But you know, I mean, I can pay. What's Netflix? £8 a month.
About that.
You know, I can watch some good quality films on Netflix. You know, £8 on YouTube. But if someone's got this membership on YouTube and they watch videos on my channel and they're not getting the adverts, apparently I still get the revenue for every advert that they don't watch. So that's a useful thing, isn't it? So maybe I can persuade everyone. Maybe once I get to 1,000 subs and I monetize, I can actually be sponsored by YouTube membership. So everyone buys membership. So no one watches videos, but I still make loads of money. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? No adverts for you, loads of money for me. That would be perfect. Netflix just streaming is $30 here. What, a month?
What?
That can't be. That must be an annually. Because I think they do different levels of streaming, don't they?
Yeah, I do the cheapest $4.99. But
that's it. Yeah. Well, I've just given up Netflix. I'm about to give up my Disney because I pay for my Disney. It was part of a package with mobile phone. So I went to see the mobile phone company. Wow, $30. There must be something in that then. But yeah, I get I went to try and cancel it. They said no, you got to cancel it through Disney, and so I'm gonna cancel it. I don't watch anything. I only watch the Star Wars stuff, and to be honest with you, there's ways and means of watching it without paying subscription fees, but I'm not going to advertise that on a live stream on YouTube. But there are ways and means of watching things like The Mandalorian. YouTube Premium is $20. Yeah, that is gross. I don't know. I mean, how much is British YouTube? How do I find out? Purchases and memberships. Oh, I bought a super chat before. There you go. YouTube Premium. $12.99 a month.
Wow.
13 quid a month. That is, I'm sorry, but I just think that's obscene. So
Something I won't be paying for.
no, I just think it's too much. I'll put up with the adverts.
I'll just keep using my blockers.
Well, apparently, if you use blockers, they'll find out, and then they'll cancel your YouTube channel or something like that. I don't know. Right, listen, guys, this is not getting me to bed. So next time I stream, it will be Thursday week. I will be showing you lots and lots of goodies. I can't wait. In fact, I might not be able to resist the urge to open them before the stream. I might actually be streaming early in the morning because I can't wait. Quick change of time. We are now streaming at 9 a.m. Right. So, listen, as we're streaming on your channel as well, I think you.
Are we? I forgot that.
Yes. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Natasha's channel as well as mine. And even if you're not subscribed to mine, still go and subscribe to Natasha's channel. It's a really good up and coming channel. She's doing lots of little videos, aren't you? Showing you stuff that she hasn't got. Very technical terms like tank, plane. She's got all the technical words.
I ain't calling it what they're called because I can't even pronounce half of them. There's a tank, a plane.
Tack on.
A red plane, a tank, and a banana plane.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not actually a banana plane. That's just what you call it.
Yeah, because it's yellow.
Yeah, it's not bent in the middle, is it? Right, can we put a link to Natasha's channel?
I don't know how you do that.
I do. Except by the time I find it, we'll probably find that someone else has probably beaten me to it. There we go. Crafting Budgie Mama. Copy. Oh, hang on. Now I've got to go on to my. Sorry, guys, I'm really not quick with this. Not that I actually care. I am as fast as I am. Right. Paste. There we go. I knew that happened literally seconds before I did. Felt like a challenge. Yeah. Right. So so take care. Thank you for letting me onto your stream today, Natasha.
Thanks for having me on yours.
It's now your stream, you can close the show.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Penny, for inviting me on your stream and teaching me how to do this plane.
See, technical term there.
Thanks for everyone that's watched. I hope you have a good one. See you on the next one. Have a good time. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye. think we're still streaming.